I'm Carol Jean. Welcome to my channel. I'm glad you're here again. Last time I did a video, we did some plant cuttings of pothos plants because I'm going to be planting them and then selling them in some cool containers and such. So we did the cuttings together, and I thought we could go and visit them and see how they are taking root right now. So let's go. I'll take you and show you the window. All right. I have a little bit of a tour through the house as we go. Tiny tour, that's all you get. All right, here we go. As you can see, these roots are doing great. They're almost ready to be planted, I would say. Here's another one. All right, then we'll go down the big window. Check them all out. Look at that. Looks great. It's harder to see the mushrooms. They're doing pretty good. Some of them are so long. Show you how the plants are doing up at the top. This one, I believe, had one of just the branches. I'm not sure. I'll have to look at it closer and see how it's doing. Let's check out these guys. Look at that guy. He's got all kinds of roots. Got some babies coming, some baby leaves. Look at that mushroom. He's got a whole bunch of roots down there. This guy's got some really nice long ones. Now that guy is not doing as awesome. I'm not quite sure why. Just has a tiny little... Just a little tiny guy. Not sure why. As compared to all these other ones who have really nice long roots going at this point. Oh, this is the variegated one. This is that one other small plant that I have that had variegated leaves. And I could only do, I think, like one, maybe. Yeah, one cutting, and then I stuck some others in there. Let's try to look closer at this guy. Go over here, down by this window, perhaps, like so. Let's see how it's doing. Doesn't seem like these stem guys. Let's see what's going on with you guys. I don't know. Doesn't look like it's doing much. Let's see this guy. Yeah. I'm going to say no. Although something's kind of happening right there. Okay, maybe just need some more time. Is this another one? Yeah. Let's see what's going on. Nothing. Nothing for that guy. Well, one of them looks like it might be doing something. This guy is doing something. All right, all right. I'll put him up here. All right, so say they're getting close. Almost time. window. This is in our dining room. Most of the room is storage, which is why I'm not really showing it to you, but maybe we'll do a flash. Yikes. Okay. Back to my art room. Now, I thought we could look at some of the containers I have that I'm going to plant in. I'm excited to show you. I've only seen them when we first purchased them, so I have kind of memories, and I know they're awesome, but I'm excited to unwrap them and see them again. So let's see them together. Later I'll have to look them up and get an idea of, I bought them at an antique mall, some sort of junkyard. There was an antique / junkyard place and also a nice antique place. So let's see what we got. It's one of those, I don't know if you've ever been to like an antique mall that has a whole bunch of different little booths, and they're all different vendors, each booth is. So it was one of those kinds of places. And so you just walk through and each booth is set up all different. Some are really cute, some are just thrown together. Some look like no one's been there to visit in a year or two and they're very dusty. All right. There we go. First. Imagine that plant. I might have to show you some of my plants around the house to help you envision the possibilities, but look how pretty that is. Pearlescent. Japan. What does this one say? Nothing. This guy's not for the plants, he's just for me because he's so cute. How cute is he? So cute. Apparently he has buttons of some sort on the back. If he plays music or lights up or what he does. He's so cute. And he's kind of Christmassy, but I just think he's so cute anyways. So. Look at this guy. Let's hide this little tag. Stick it in his mouth. Look at this guy. Now, you might be trying to imagine how a plant will live in here, but I'll be filling up each one of the holes and planting a plant in there. I think it'll look so neat as it starts to grow and has the trailers, you know, and hangs down. Excited about it. It'll look really pretty and cute. It might be a little difficult. I'll have to use a funnel type of thing to get the soil down inside. And then I have a, I think they actually call it like a weed puller. It's like a thing with a prong at the bottom. I think I could like make a hole and put the plant roots down in there. I don't really have any markings that I can see. Let's put this over here. Random little egg salt shaker. Cute. It's just for me. Sticking with my gnome. Next box. Look how pretty. Back. How gorgeous is that? Little cork top. I have no idea what you would keep in here. Alcohol? Oil? I feel like alcohol, probably. I have no idea. Now this has some stuff. I'll have to look at it later. Maybe take a picture and try to decipher all of it, but I don't know if you can see it all, but definitely has some information. So pretty. Same situation though. You may be thinking, how am I going to plant a plant in here? But it's got a lot of room for soil and roots to spread once you get the soil down in there with a funnel. And then plant it. I think it'll be really neat. Now, then I have the issue of this, which I certainly don't want to separate from it. I can't imagine anyone who bought this would ever want to try and get the plant out and get all the soil out and use it for something else, but either way, I feel like you have to keep this with it. So I was kind of thinking maybe on a spike type of thing, and it could be like a plant decoration as part of the whole display situation. Made in China, which looks like it. Not cheap China, but it looks Chinesey, I suppose you would say. That might be bad to say. Almost like a little snake head or something. Dragon, I don't know. He seems like he could go with this as far as coloring and such. A lot of like, you know, they're made for the kitchen. Cream, I suppose, milk, gravy. He's got a little hole in his nose. But he'll make a great little planter. About this. I got this just for me, for coffee. My mom always used to have a coffee mug like this, so as soon as I saw it, it reminded me of her. It's like a no spill. It's got the foam thing on the bottom. Made in Taiwan. Last one, not the last one, but the last one for this video. Like, what the heck? Who wants this in their kitchen for serving gravy or something? Be cute with a plant though. Very cute in your kitchen with a little plant. All right, let's look around some plants in around the room. Let's start with the shelf over here. Let's see. This philodendron up here. They're similar to pothos, but different. This one just living in a jar. Cute jar. And this pothos plant. And another pothos plant. This big coffee mug, as you can see, comes all the way down. It's all the same plant. It's all from that mug. There we go. Then we got Buddha with his little hair. Those are both fake. Sorry. And then we got this here begonia. Once heard it referred to as an eyelash begonia, which seems like a very strange name until you like really see the leaves up close, which might be hard to tell. But they sort of have lashes, hairs. Anyways, we got this little guy. I think it's called a paper plant. He's not doing so hot. Well, he's doing better, but yeah. I'll let him go and didn't water him and he wasn't doing so great. We got this here elephant guy with a spider plant. Probably needs a new pot soon. Pothos could stay in there for a long time. Spider plants seem to not love tiny containers once they get bigger. They like them when they're smaller, but... And I've got this gorgeous mug here with a pothos plant in it. Let's pull it away for you to see. It's got a long trailer. This little cactus guy, Christmas cactus or Thanksgiving cactus, one of those guys. He desperately needs a transplant, but he just keeps surviving in his little teacup. And then this I got in Charleston at a gift shop. A designer who makes these. Try to put the link in the description if you're interested in looking her up, but I think she's so cute. I just got the plant in there, like so. Now you'd think this is such a small, right, little container, but this plant is thriving in here and doing great and has already been in there for at least a couple of years. We'll come down here. I've got this little guy. Now this guy's just in water. It's a little hangy vase. He's just living in some water. I've got these cactus guys here. I don't really get enough light for them anywhere in my house, but somehow they're still surviving. Years, like I said, several years for those guys. This crazy prickly pear, that's what he is. Prickly pear cactus. He always looks like he's dying, but he's constantly putting off new babies, so I just keep letting him go. Look at all these little babies. A whole little guy going on back here. And then he dropped one in here. Might be able to see. And I'm just kind of letting it go, waiting to see what happens. And let's see. Here's all the containers that I've gotten that I showed you. This is my art room, work room. Here's all the wrappings and boxes on the floor. Last time I did my video in front of this wall here. This is my rubber plant. Quite large. You can see me next to him. This was a Lowe's rescue. Walmart? I think Lowe's rescue. It's got an orchid in there. Actually bloomed once. And then this guy. I've never taken him out of the plant that container that I purchased it in. But it seems to be hanging on. It's got a whole bunch of little babies coming. That's just a branch that I picked up somewhere because I thought it was really cute. I'm not exactly sure what kind, but it's got little fuzzy buds on it. Not real buds, they're dead. Pothos plants in water. Philodendron again in this little cup. Pothos in water. Pothos in this big silver pitcher. This guy's quite large, as you can see. And here I've got this tiny, see, smaller really than a coffee cup. It's only got so much dirt in it. And it's got this plant living in it. It seems to be doing just great. Now I could wind this around and stick it in the top, but I think it looks cute hanging. I like that. Fills in the books and such. We've got this little cute cat pothos plant. This plant has been in this little mug. This cat mug. I put my hand up for so you can see the size compared to my hand. Just a mug. Been in there since 2020. And then you can see he's grown up all across the top of my door. How cute is that guy? Got him at Kroger. I love him. One Halloween. I've never seen them again, but he's so cute. Oh, there's the pothos plant growing up over the top of my door in the cat mug. And then I've got this guy. He needs water, but he just hangs in this little, I think I got that thing at the Dollar Tree. Barbie, New York Barbie back there. All right, then we got this. Oops, sorry. Big pothos plant hanging. Spider plant, pothos in a little cup. We've got those guys. Big old pothos plant over there. He's kind of got his branches wrapped around the shelf. And then I want to show you this guy, the duck. He is very small. See how small he is. Not very big at all. And he's got this big old bushy plant. Kind of needs a little bit of nurturing, it looks like. Sorry for my not awesome filming. Kind of new at this, and I do not have the best phone, but making it work. All right. Full room view, messy, but nice. All right. Now, Michelle. All right, that's it for this week's video, and I'm not sure when I'll get to the next one. Hopefully next week, might be a week or two, and then we can look at the rest of these containers. Maybe we'll get started on some planting and get that started, and we could do that together, and we'll see what happens from there. Thank you. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Bye.